There's a very fine line between a streamer and a pro player. My pro career has always had priority over my stream. As far as a pro player goes, I don't think any pro player has a rig like this. The whole point of a multi-computer stream is so that your main computer can focus all of its power on the game. So I have good FPS, it doesn't lag. Then my second computer, we'll say, is my stream computer, which has good processing power. And the third computer runs my chat and my music, and I have that one running even when I'm not streaming. It's really redundant. You don't need a third computer, but because I had it, I said, why not?
Growing up, it was always my dream to beat him. And I remember one time we were playing Mario Party and I was about to get the golden star. And I don't know why I asked you this, but it makes you confirm, do you want to pay 20 coins or no? I'll never forget, my brother takes the controller from my hand and presses no, and then he wins the game, and I was so mad. I think the point that I started playing less and he just started really surpass me is when we actually got into Counter-Strike. That was his game that he found. After that, there was no more games that were played besides Counter-Strike.
I was on like random teams in Counter-Strike. I was playing a little bit more and more. And then one of my friends told me to watch a match between two sponsored professional teams. There's like 30,000 people watching this. I was talking to my friend about it and he's like, yeah, these guys are paid to play. They have sponsors. They travel over the world. Just from that one match, I was like, all right, that's what I want to do. When my parents were still together and my dad's business was doing very well, we had a very nice house in a pretty wealthy neighborhood. I don't know if that necessarily gave me a leg up in anything because by the time I was going to middle school, as far as the economy, Detroit really was at their lowest point. My dad's business was also at its lowest point. People don't want to go to a store and buy a new suit every week.
He did not have that silver spoon. His teenage years and going forward, it was not easy.
When I first decided to go all into pro playing and streaming, I was working in an office of a concrete plant. It was not something I wanted to do. I had no money. I was going to school full-time, working part-time, and trying to play Counter-Strike. I had a beat-up car, and I had something like $30,000 in student loans. So that was my life.
He came to me and he said, I'm going to quit school. I'm going to become a professional video game player. And I looked at him like he had lost his mind.
I didn't realize that it would take off that fast. Over the next 2 to 3 years, I was able to pay off all of my student loans. Cloud9 was my first salary team. They were kind of like my brothers. They were the people that I had played CSGO with since the beginning of CSGO.
Cloud9 was the All-America team. Those guys are a bunch of great guys. He was having a great time with them, and they had a lot of talent, but they weren't the dream team that Spencer was looking for.
We ended up placing last at like 4 events in a row or something, and then Cloud9 just decided to give us a raise. It just felt so wrong to me. It was money that I didn't deserve. We didn't play well, we didn't win anything, and they were giving us more money.
When he left Cloud9, I was extremely nervous. He calls me from wherever he is and he tells me he's doing it, and I'm like, oh my God.
There were a lot of people, oh, you can't leave them, they're the best. And they were very good.
After I left Cloud9, the iBuyPower players messaged me and said their contract just ended with iBuyPower and they were looking for a different org. I jumped at the opportunity. That was supposed to be the most talent on one roster at any time. I had the contacts at EG already. They were interested in doing it. I put all this together. We had a good deal. We had just qualified to go to the X Games event. Everything was looking exciting for us.
Spencer was on top of the world.
And then all of a sudden, everything just failed.
That was a very rough moment for Spence.
There was just a point where he just hit rock bottom with that whole ordeal.
Do I try to rebuild again? Do I just quit and give up and pursue a different path in my life? I still had fans. I was still getting good viewers on my stream. People were very encouraging, hey, you need to get back on a team. I think without fans at that point, I definitely could have quit. Gamers Outreach is for children who are suffering from an illness. Last year and this year, I went to Gamers for Giving. It's ran by Gamers Outreach. I was live streaming it. People could see me interacting with fans, playing the game, and through a donation link advertised on my stream, people were able to donate whatever they wanted to. What they do with the money is they build this little cart with this huge gaming system. This year, I was able to raise $8,000 in 2 days of streaming, and that went to building 2 full go-karts. That's just amazing. It's been a charity that I've really identified with.
Spencer has always been very, very reserved, but once you get him talking about his game, like, oh my God, he goes and goes and goes.
At the office for sure, it's on my computer.
Oh my God. I cannot control my mom.
There's no ifs, ands, or buts. I'm on.
I try to tell my mods, hey, instead of banning someone, time them out. Yeah, my mom doesn't care. She will ban you and she'll never look back. It means a lot to me to be able to look back and reflect on where I came from to now being rather successful. I was able to do it on my own terms, my own hard work. The main motivation to my entire Counter-Strike career has always been fielding the best team I can, making the best decisions I can to make a team that can win. With Team Liquid right now, we're going through a lot of hardships that usually teams go through a lot earlier. That's what our goal is before the major, to figure out what's causing it and how to just move on from it. Hiko is washed up, Hiko needs to quit. If it was easy, anybody would do it. What is fun for me is overcoming the challenges that I've had and that I'm going through right now. Why are you here as a player? Why is it you and not some random person 10 doors down from you? That's the question that every player should ask themselves. Why is it you? To me, the answer is because it's not easy. It's a challenge. To overcome the people that are hating, to overcome everybody doubting you. That is what drives me as a person.
He wants to win. He wants a major, and I don't blame him. He's worked really hard. He's put a lot of energy into this career of his, and he deserves to win.